Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's live lesson. I hope you're all excited. Today is a little bit different than normal in that we're not going to be doing a whole lesson together. We have a little bit of a challenge for you guys to work on at home over this week. Just to let you know, guys, a bit of housekeeping. Next week is the 13th, the Wednesday is the 13th, and we are hoping to get back to our normal live lessons on the 20th of August. So we have next week, we'll do a pre-recorded lesson, and then the following week we are going to get back to our normal scheduled lessons where I will be online. Always a bit of fun in the chat when everyone's online and everyone's working on projects together, and we're helping each other with our projects together. Today is a little bit different to what we normally do. I think everyone here who has been logging in, and I have been checking up on who's been logging into live lessons and who's been uploading lessons. Everyone who has been, it's been brilliant. Great to see you guys working over the summer. I hope you guys are having a blast. And I think it's going to be really fun this week to try and expand on what you've done to get your own kind of projects out there. So this week I've kind of looked over the last few projects that we've done, and there has been a bit of a common theme, and we're going to be using that for our challenge today. So let me just share my screen and we'll go through today's challenge, which is the Summer Coding Challenge. And hopefully you can see that. So get ready to embark on an exciting coding adventure. You'll create a game or animated story set in space featuring a daring rescue mission. So we're going to design a space setting, a main character, obstacles, and a thrilling conclusion, of course. So the brief is the galaxy is in trouble. Your spaceship receives a distress signal from a stranded astronaut on a mysterious alien planet. Your mission is to create a game or an animation that tells the story of this daring rescue through space. You need to create a game or a challenge, a game or a story set in space that has to include a space setting, obviously. So think about your background, think about what's in there. Are you moving? How are you flying? Your main character. So this could be a spaceship, it could be an astronaut, it could be an alien. You get to choose, you get to make your own sprite for this. It needs to have some element of a rescue. So we're trying to get to somewhere. That's our task. Remember a few weeks ago, we did the one where we were platforming and we were jumping over things. That might be a good idea for that one. We're trying to think of Mario where he has to try and reach Princess Peach, that kind of thing. We need obstacles or challenges. So it wouldn't be much of a game without this. We need either enemy ships. It could be asteroids or meteors. Black holes, always a good one. Lava is a good thing to be coming in contact with in games. And then we need a win or a game over condition. So what happens if you lose lives? What happens if you reach whatever you're supposed to get? This will be really cool, guys, because I think it'll be so interesting to see the different approaches that people will take with this. Some people are really good at animation. Some people are really good at games. I've seen some amazing games from people in this group before, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. You guys can use for this Scratch or MakeCode Arcade. You're more than welcome to try on MakeCode Microbit, but I think it'll be very, very challenging on this to try and get a proper game that feels like it's in space. So I think Scratch or MakeCode are our two favorites for this. And if this sounds too easy, you're thinking Kieran, easy peasy. Here are some bonus ideas to crank the game up a notch. You can either add a power-up system. So that can be collecting fuel or oxygen if you're an astronaut. So things that can pop up and give you extra life. A countdown timer to add some stakes. So maybe the planet is about to explode and the countdown timer is going to add a little bit of tension to your game. That's always a really cool element. You can add a dialogue or narration if it's a story. You know, a little bit trickier in MakeCode Arcade, and even in Scratch, it would involve a lot of time. This is if you're feeling really good and you really want to add to it. And if you've done all that and you're still thinking it's too easy, I want to add space trivia to pop up. That has to be answered correctly. Now, that's a really tricky element. We haven't really talked about it. It's more for the really advanced people, not necessary in the game. So, guys, last week we made this game over on MakeCode Microbit. And it's a really good example of what you could do. Oh, there we go. So think about these kind of games. We've been doing them all summer. We've been doing them all year, if you've been logging in. Things like these are really simple, and just start one step at a time. You know, no game starts fully formed. Maybe have an idea of what you'd like the game to look like, and then just take it one step at a time, right? It's not going to happen all in one go. You need to go, as we do in our lessons, just take it one bit at a time. First, you need a main character. Then you need to control your main character. then you need to add the bad guy, and you need to add the bad guy where he moves, and velocity, and things like that. If you're really, really stuck, guys, you can basically, I'm going to accept a bit of plagiarism. I'm going to accept you guys can take inspiration from these kind of games, and you can make them as your own. Also, nice little options you could add would be music. Oh, taking a picture. Music in your game. It's not something we normally do because normally we're all on our own and music wouldn't really make sense. But definitely in MakeCode Arcade, you have lots of music here you can play with, and same in Scratch. You can use loads of music. So guys, when you have your game finished, I'm going to add, actually I need to add it in here, and add an element where you can submit your project, and I'm going to have a look at them all. And when I come back on next week, I'm going to be reviewing all of your games, and it's going to be really fun. Really looking forward to seeing it, guys. I hope you have a lot of fun with this project. You guys are well able. You guys are really, really able for this. So I'm really interested to see what you guys can do. Guys, have a great week. Enjoy that project. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you come up with. And I will see you guys next week on the pre-recorded stream. And then the following week, we will be back to our weekly live lessons. So I'll see you then, guys. Have a good one.